Hi everyone, it's Will from GarageBuilt Athlete here, and today we're going to be reviewing the R.A.D shoe. Before we get stuck into the review, I just want to say thanks for subscribing, for watching, commenting, liking. We've had some really good responses from the most recent videos, especially the new Recover Ice Tub video. If you want to head on over, you can check that out, grab yourself a discount. And also thanks for the purchases of the Life After Depth tees so far, proving really popular on the website. So if you want to grab yourself one, again, hit the link, head on over, and it's the best way to support us here at GarageBuilt Athlete. It means a lot to us. Every tee that goes out, we build by hand, and it's great to see the community growing. So let's dive in. I did an unboxing video of the R.A.D ones around a month ago, and I've been training in them solidly. I'm just going to put it out there. I love these shoes. I had a crush on the Nike Metcon 7s for a long time. So much, in fact, that I've bought another pair off of Vinted. By the way, Vinted is dangerous, so be careful if you go on there. Because I wanted that shoe in my life for as long as possible. The other ones I've been using for well over a year and just started to get a bit worn on the rope. And they are my go-to rope climb shoes. There's one reason why the review of the R.A.Ds took a little bit longer than I'd liked, is because I was really putting off the rope climbs. As many of you know, the rope climb can be a shoe killer. And because I love the look of these so much, I didn't want to trash them. Didn't want to trash it with rope climbs too soon, but I eventually pulled the trigger, did some rope climbs, and I'm now able to give you the full review. As many of you will know, I do a lot of CrossFit, so a lot of functional fitness, kind of taken over from the powerlifting activity that I was doing, and really enjoying it at the moment, just in terms of general fitness, building up different skills. It's what I really like to do. And the good news for you is that as these are designed for CrossFit, I can give you my opinion on them, as well as understanding, how does that stack up with the big three lifts, being able to have squat shoes, deadlift shoes, have a good idea of how those feel and what I like to feel in terms of responsiveness from a shoe in the compound lifts. Let's take a look at the quality of the build of the R.A.D ones. Taking a closer look at the shoe, overall it's a really, really well built shoe. The sole is nothing fancy, super grippy. It hasn't got the Metalift heels and all various bits and pieces in there. It's just that one piece sole, slightly sticky rubber with an elevated heel. Now from the outside in, it looks like quite a chunky heel, but the foot sits lower in this line. You see this side support here. The foot actually sits below that line, so it kind of looks like it's built up, but actually when you've got the shoe on, it feels flat, feels stable, and you get good control and a good feel through the floor. There are, a few little bits and pieces of, overrun on the glue here and there, but the actual material itself is very, very nice. So the triple noir colour that I have is a suede fabric around the top of the toe and then side of the foot and back around the heel. It's got a nice ventilated mesh. This is slightly thicker than some of the other mesh that I have, say for example in the nanos, similar thickness to the Metcons. And then on the inside, again, really nice comfortable tongue, really get a hold of, nice and cushioned on the top, so the laces don't dig in. It has got an extra bit of cushioning in there, and also some really nice little design points. So with the actual R.A.D logo, you have a couple of those, one at the top of the toe, one at the back of the heel. You've got R.A.D on the sole, and then the R.A.D one on the tongue. There is a portion of the R.A.D ones which surrounds the laces here. You can see there's kind of like these fins. Now these are used to grip the rope and grip the rope. They're made of slightly harder material with these ridges. Is a different material to the sole. So the sole is slightly softer rubber, which comes over the toe to protect the front of the shoe from things like burpees, lunges, when your toe is getting onto the floor. Comes all the way around, wraps around to the back, and then you have this heel clip as well. For the heel clip, in your handstand push-up movement, sliding up and down the wall, I felt that did a good job. It's slightly more grippy than, say, the Metcon 7 with that hard plastic clip on the back, or the React Turbo, again with a slightly harder clip on the back. This is a very slightly softer rubber, so yeah, it did give it a little bit of friction, but nothing that would really cause you any issues. It didn't, all of a sudden grip and then your shoes fall off. Jumping, moving, running, the R.A.Ds have really got my vote on all these things. I've done a few runs in workouts which are a mile, very comfortable. There's not that kind of slapping feeling that you get in some of the CrossFit shoes with the hard heels, with the hard soles. Yeah, really comfy to run in, and I don't like running, but I'd quite happily run in these shoes, whether it be short runs, 200, 400, 1600 meter runs. It's been a really good performance. Previous to this, I've been training in the strike movements. They are a lot more flexible and they're a bit lighter than the R.A.D ones. That I really like in the R.A.D ones is they're on par with the Metcon 7 in terms of lifting and stability in the lifting. Now, they don't have that extra hard heel portion, but they feel really, really good in squats, in the snatch, in the cleans. And let's talk about rope climbs. The shoe killer. Nothing is going to wreck a shoe like a rope climb. So you either need to get strong enough to do them all legless, up and down, or get yourself a pair of shoes that can withstand a rope climb. I always compare shoes to the Metcon 7 because they're so good. Now, when I train rope climbs, I must be doing something a little bit wrong, and I'll show you where the shoe is wearing for me. The rope sits in this part of my foot. That's now starting to wear and destroy the rope climb guard on there. But that is after over a year, more like 18 months of training in these shoes. So it's only just now starting to come through, which is why I replaced them, because I really like them. I wanted to keep training in those. Did some rope climbs in these the other day. Wasn't a lot of reps. I was very conscious that I didn't want to trash them. But you can just see, hopefully, here, where these fins are. Just a little bit of friction burn from the rope there. And then just on the top, we've got just a little bit of damage from me sliding, coming down the rope more than going up the rope. Despite me not wanting to trash them to bits, is I really like them for rope climbs. They were really, really good. I just felt very secure when locking the feet in. Super grippy, able to stand up, coming down the rope as well. Enough grip that I felt comfortable, felt safe, and enough slide that I could get down the rope without having to worry about my feet too much. Yes, you can rope climb in these shoes. I am going to use them again. I am going to test what sort of wear that we get with the R.A.Ds. Really reluctant because they're not cheap. These are like 130 plus, so I like to be able to get them to last until at least the next instalment of trainers, which is birthdays and Christmases. I like to compare the weight of a shoe. These come in at 390 grams per shoe, so that is one of the heavier shoes in my collection. As you can see on the graphic, that's the weight per shoe of the others that I have, so they are heavier. But they don't feel like that when they're on. They do feel really nice, really comfortable. They're not bulky. My feet sit securely in them. The React Turbos that I have, my feet feel like they slide and move around in there just because of the makeup of the shoe and that kind of solid insole that they have. In terms of fit, feel, sizing, I wear an 11. I bought an 11. I found these true to size. I get an 11 in all my shoes, and so far so good. They all fit as they should do. I did initially have a little issue with the left shoe. Before I started wearing barefoot shoes, I used to have a pain down the side of my foot, which I found cleared up after wearing barefoot for a while. I allowed my feet to spread and didn't really get that pain anymore. I had it every day when I woke up. Every single day I put my foot down and boom, there was that pain right down the side of the foot. And I experienced a little bit of that the first few times that I wore these, and I thought, oh no. I remembered what it was like waking up with that pain in my foot. Kind of got a little bit worried that these shoes were going to be too narrow or too close around the middle of the foot for me, because I really wanted a pair and really liked the style and the look and heard so many good things about them. I was kind of a little bit disappointed that was happening. However, speaking to a few friends who own them, and from my own experience, they take a few sessions to break in. I haven't experienced that with any other training shoe so far for CrossFit. Every shoe has just been good to go out the box, but the R.A.Ds, they just took a couple of workouts just to get them feeling good and really fitting on my feet. And do you know what? I've not got much else to say. They're really good. They're really good shoe. If you asked me, I would say, yeah, get a pair. If you like training, if you're into your CrossFit, if you're in the box, in the gym, 3, 5, 7 times a week, whatever it is, and you want a really good pair of trainers for doing functional fitness, if you can afford them, get them. Every one of the kind of the flagship shoes for CrossFit now are coming in, over £120. Can't seem to get away from that. Keep your eyes out for discounts. I haven't seen any for R.A.D. And they've got a really good approach to marketing in terms of they've got the one style, they release different colours, and they go. So luckily for me, being a size 11, my size isn't as popular, so they don't sell out as quick. But yeah, if you're after a pair, you need to get on it. Subscribe to their newsletter. You get notified of a new colour come in. They tell you the release times, and then you just got to get on it. Now, important to say, these were early birthday present, because it's not even happened yet, from Mum. Thank you, Mum. We don't get anything from R.A.D for doing these reviews, but I wanted to get my opinion of the shoe out there, as I have done with all my other shoes. I hope you find it helpful. If you're considering buying a pair, you don't know what you're looking at, then we've got a handful of reviews on the channel of shoes. Go check them out, leave us a like, leave us a comment. It's great to hear from everybody, and we do engage with all the comments that we get. And don't forget, you can pick up your GarageBuilt Athlete merch from the website. Links in the description. We'd love to see you out there in it. Tag us in your photos, tag us in your videos. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, see ya!